Before we begin, thank you very much to Peter for pitching in over on Ko-fi. Thank you very much for the direct support to the channel. Always appreciated. I don't know if I'm doing amazing work, but I am going to keep the work up. As long as people are watching, I will continue to produce. As long as I'm getting the support from people like you, I can keep doing this. Thank you very much, Peter. So, we need to get into this today because I realized a few months ago we did a format that I liked that was fun to kind of go through, and that was to just kind of scroll through eBay and discover together how much things are currently going for. We did it with BotCon toys, which that's nice and educational and all that. How about we just have a laugh today? I need to have a laugh today. So instead, we are going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum as far as Transformer demand goes. We're going to be seeing what titanium toys are selling for these days. Now, titanium is not a huge line. It only lasted a few years. There's a few exclusives from San Diego Comic-Con and Target out there. But for the most part, yeah, it's a short-lived line. But I'm genuinely curious. Is anything valuable? Did this line produce any collector's item? Anything that people genuinely go out of their way to buy or pay top dollar for? So that's what we're going to figure out right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is not looking great. So at the top, it's 20 bucks and technically 30 for your Titanium Series Rodimus Prime. That toy is okay. It is nice to have a Rodimus Prime that transforms from, with his entire trailer intact. That makes him kind of neat. But 30 bucks, I don't know if I'd pay 30 bucks for him. He is a little bit janky. Like, there's a reason that mold was the first plastic addict toy ever. Granted, it was the other color scheme, but still, the mold itself does carry a few issues. It is titanium. Here's a concerning one. Let me zoom and enhance on this one. So, for about $23 shipped, someone got Skywarp and what is the second run of the Optimus Prime. The second run of Optimus Prime, I believe, I want to say, was in a Toys R Us 2-pack. It was a different release. It wasn't just a standard in a normal titanium box. The Skywarp was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and it's selling for about $10 with another figure. It's still if you like, these were like 15 bucks at retail, by the way. So at $23, neither one of these is at like a normal retail price for either of them. I want to say the Skywarp for a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive was like 30 bucks when it was brand new. Granted, these are loose. These are loose, and titanium is a toy line where loose is not the condition you want to get them in. There's the Optimus Prime from War Within, $26 shipped. This is not surprising. This is not really surprising because that War Within design, that's a really good design that has not been duplicated. The only thing War Within that we've really gotten is their new Megatronus toy. And even that has elements of other versions of the Fallen in it. It's not strictly the Dreamwave version. But that's about the only piece from that entire comic book line that actually made it into toy form. Really wish they'd go back and do more. There's some really cool designs from that era. Titanium's Soundwave and Laserbeak for parts. I guarantee someone just bought that because they needed the Laserbeak. Guarantee. All right, Titanium Prowl, War Within, sealed, 40 bucks shipped. Okay, this was a Toys R Us exclusive. I believe this is the last new mold that came out for Titanium, so it kind of makes sense, 40 bucks. It never looked great. For the way that toy is designed, he might have like the widest torso of any Transformer I've ever seen. So, I never got it myself, and I think I'm okay never owning this toy. I wouldn't pay 40 bucks for him now, I'm gonna tell you that. Okay, so this one's busted, but 15 bucks for the Fallen, so we're not counting that. Okay, some consistency with that. Why is Soundwave $52? Sealed, I get it, but why? That's a plastic addict toy. That is not a good Soundwave toy. That is a Soundwave toy that looks like he's wearing a soiled diaper. That is a Soundwave toy that doesn't look like a tape recorder or even a boombox when it transforms. Why is it 52 bucks? Oh, that's mean. That's not right. That is not right. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that. What, did it come with a gold bar? Jeez, I didn't even think about the 2-inch ones. All I think about with titanium are the 6-inch, the pseudo transformers. All right, let's scroll down. 70 for the Jetfire. Oh my god. Jetfire is like okay. For titanium, he's like somewhere in the middle of the pack. And that's only because I only knock him that much because his backpack does not like to stay attached. It's like mushroom peg. His entire wing pack is like mushroom pegged on. 70. Okay, yes, this is another one of those War Within designs that actually made it to toys. So, okay, fine. That still seems extreme. That still seems extreme. 70 bucks. Sheesh. For about $100, someone got a huge lot of titaniums. It looks like they're all there. They've got instructions with them. They've got their bases, which a lot of times the loose ones don't have. Hey, someone got a bargain there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's like less than 15 bucks a pop. That's less than retail a pop. Good job. Good job on you if you really wanted titanium. I see the good ones in there. I see the good. Hang on. Why am I not zooming in? Why am I not zooming and enhancing? Okay, there's an Ultra Magnus still attached to the box. Good. That Megatron's decent. That Grimlock is decent. That Soundwave is awful. Fallen is decent. You've got the Hotspot, or Hot Zone back then. Hot Zone, that was a Target exclusive. It was the closest we got to the canceled Defensor Bakon toy. And that's a really good mold. That's the best mold that titanium has. So, okay, this is actually Soundwave aside, that's actually a pretty good grab if you're into the titanium thing. Okay, not going to knock you on that one. You did good. Okay, 50 for a sealed Rodimus. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll accept that. About 35, somewhere between 35 and 40 for the two together. I don't even think that's the 2-pack version. I think it's just the individual ones. 30 bucks for the Seeker. So Starscream is not bad. Starscream is not bad. The shoulder articulation is weird, but everything else is okay on that figure. For what titanium was, he's okay. So I'm not going to knock the Seekers. The fun part about that was that Thundercracker was the one released first, and we're about to have that again, which is kind of weird to think about. So the upcoming new 86 Seeker mold is starting off as Thundercracker. Titanium started the same way. Let's hope that's not an omen. So yeah, Starscream actually does maintain some decent value here. 34 bucks even loose. 70 bucks for Ultra Magnus. So what you got to remember about titanium was that they just kind of dotted around the Transformers continuity. And a lot of times they would hit on in-demand characters that otherwise they didn't have any other way of getting out there. This was before they did any kind of classics, generations, anything. So if you wanted a new Ultra Magnus toy, this was it. This is the first Ultra Magnus toy of, like G1 style Ultra Magnus since the original toy. And it's the only desktop sized one. Like even to this day, a full Ultra Magnus armor and all is usually like minimum leader class size. With the like one outstanding one I can think of, which is like the Fall of Cybertron Magnus. It's a deluxe. Doesn't count. It's not. Doesn't look like his armored robot form. This, if you want a desktop size Magnus, is still kind of the way to go outside of like third party stuff. And to be fair, it's one of the better titanium toys. The only weird part about it is how far back his shoulders sit. Like, really, for some reason, his shoulders sit way far back on the torso. They never really did anything to fix that. It's very sad. It's like a slide joint away from being like pretty much the perfect. If it had the slot, if it wasn't for the shoulder thing, I would call it the best titanium toy. But also, RID Optimus exists. Speaking of, loose, $30 shipped, worth. That's actually a nice toy. More. Okay, so toys. Okay, so oh yeah. Okay, so this is what it was. So Grimlock's the Toys R Us exclusive. Knew that. 150. Why? What? 100. Are you going to bring it to me on foot? How do you get 150 for a pair of titaniums? Okay, so yes, it's a Toys R Us exclusive Dinobot, Grimlock, and I'm sure it's the Grimlock. Look, you can see like how far the cancellation was. The Primal Prime was never available. That toy never came out. Yeah. Okay. So this was a Target. This Optimus was the Target exclusive alongside with Hot Zone. Okay, that's where I remember it from. Jeez, I have to believe it was a Grimlock collector. I have to believe it's just that Grimlock, because that Prime cannot possibly be adding that price much. Jeez, 150, even if it's for 2 titaniums. That's oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy to me. Okay, stop that. $50 for the first wave Optimus. Okay, fine. Look at this. 35 for an in-box RID Optimus, which is a way better toy than this $50 thing below it. Insulting. Here's a weird price discrepancy sometimes. Okay, like this was $70, out of box like 30. Huge jump. $80 for the Cheetor. To be fair, this is still probably the best Beast Machines Cheetor toy that exists. Like the core is okay. We know what the others from Beast Machines are like. But this thing is screen accurate. It's simple to transform. It looks good in both modes. It's decently articulated for what it is. The only weird thing is like the head can get stuck if you don't transform it correctly. That's literally it. Everything else about this is, pardon the pun, spot on. This is, like I'd call this like second best titanium toy behind the RID Prime. Why is it $70 if the RID Prime is half the price of this? It's not fair. It's not fair. I have to assume it's just because, demand. Like there's Beast Machines fans out there who are not getting supported. They are not getting the toys for their era of Transformers. Here we have a pretty good desktop size version of the main character. Cheetor really was the main character, let's face it. But yeah, like I can kind of understand that a little bit because it's demand. I tell people this all the time in the toy shop. It's not rarity that makes the value, it's demand that makes the value. This thing has value because there is nothing replacing it on the market today. You go look up BotCon toys right now, the Alpha Trion that was like reigning high, pretty high as far as value goes, has diminished quite a bit. Last time I saw it was like $300. Today it's running like $60 cheaper than that. And that's because we've had good Alpha Trion toys that are more accurate and fit in better with our classics and generations toys. So when you create something new that is kind of superseding the need that the previous one met, now you see a decrease in the demand. Then you see a decrease in the price. Nothing is taking the place of that Cheetor, which is crazy to me. Okay, little 2-inch ones we are not concerned about. $20 for the Hot Zone. That's still a pretty good price. Man, Rodimus is just really consistent at $30, isn't he? Okay, yeah, Skywarp, $35 shipped. Remember, I might be misremembering, but I want to say this was San Diego Comic-Con exclusive because they had a run of like the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive was a black repaint. Like, they went full e-hobby for those for a while. Why is it only 35? That's weird. That's so weird to me. This tiny little Unicron. Okay, I can understand like a tiny, cute little Unicron toy still having some value to it. Man, this toy was nasty. The black wash they put on this figure in order to detail the lines was so thick it was gummy. To the touch, it was sticky. This thing collected dust and dog hair that stuck to it because it was so tacky. Yeah. This is why I swore off the 2-inch ones, because like they're like literally nasty. Okay, sealed titanium Megatron. Don't know the real price of it. Probably about $25 shipped if my guess is accurate. Not worth that. Not worth that. I try to warn people. I try to warn you. It's the worst Transformer toy ever produced, and no one listens to me. See, okay, 60 for the Magnus. We've already agreed. What are you doing in here? There's nothing titanium about you. Oh, there is. Oh, there is. They come with little bonus die-cast parts that are titanium. Okay, technically. Yeah, those are the two pieces of that set that are actually going to hold up over time. Whoever paid that $250, whoever paid that $150, keep it in the box. Keep it in the box. You don't want to take those out and try playing with them. Not that they're bad. It's a GPS thing. No, you did not pay $40 for the worst Transformer toy of all time. No, you did not. No, you did not. These people forget. Do I have to do the Plastic Addict episode over again? Do I have to do it again to tell people, yes, this is still the worst toy I've ever experienced in my life? Do I literally have to do that whole video all over again just to let people know? Yes, I've had I'd rather contract tetanus than have this toy in my hands again. Let's see, okay, so about $25 for the Fallen, that's fine. $40 for a loose, no stand, RID Optimus. $40, okay, yeah, that's worth that though. That's a good toy. $60 for him. Close to $50 for the Optimal Optimus. That again kind of makes sense because if you want a desktop version of like Season 3 Primal, that's the only option you got without third-party intervention. $10 for the Scourge, man. See, that Scourge is not bad. The Scourge is not bad. Like, if these were going $10 all day, every day, then someone could have a really nice team of sweeps out of that one. There's Thrust. There's another one of the ones that I was thinking of. Like, again, I think this one is exclusive to somewhere. And unfortunately, yeah, about 20 bucks shipped. Not great, not great. Yeah, I'm not hitting anything weird here. Like, okay, $40 for him. The White Magnus repaint. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. So let's say you went about 40. Okay, that's not bad. It's sealed. See, this is part of my job. This is part of the job at the toy shop is like when we get a collection in, this is what I have to do. I have to just punch everything into eBay and just scroll through and figure out what the average price is and what we need to sell it for in order to gain a profit versus what it's actually selling for. Because I don't want to overprice it. I want to price it at or maybe a little below what its current market value is. But any kind of aggregator site that kind of puts sources together to come up with a price guess, every single one of them is going to be wrong. Every single one of them, don't trust a single one of them, especially anything pop vinyl related. So it's always eBay. It's always sold listings on eBay because that tells you as close to real time as possible what people are currently paying for these toys. $10 a titanium figure. The Megatron's okay. The Grimlock's okay. The Optimus okay. Don't know about the Prowl. The Fallen is good. That's a pretty good bargain. That is a pretty good bargain. What is this miscellaneous? What is miscellaneous? We've got a G1 Bombshell. We got a G1 Cyclonus. We've got an Armada Sideways. We have a G1 Mind Wipe with no head. And then just one titanium. Hiccups. We got one titanium Jetfire right there in the middle. It's such a weird bundle, man. Why would you throw two like mid-2000s toys in with 3 vintage? It's odd. It's weird. 40. Why? Stop buying this toy. Stop buying this out. I don't care if you're a dedicated Soundwave collector. Stop it. Okay, here's the one that's definitely a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I'm probably forgetting. I'm probably misremembering. I'm probably misremembering on the Skywarp being SDCC. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I know the Menasor was. The sticker's right there. I'm going to assume this one was about 35 shipped. It's not great for a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It's really not. I think this is the one I was curious about the most, not only because it's Plastic Addict episode number 1, but because it is convention exclusive, and those would generally go for high value no matter what they are, but apparently not. This is sealed. This is sealed, and it didn't even go for like the, like the $40-odd he was asking for it. Jeez. That is a letdown. That's a letdown. Stop paying $50 for that Soundwave. Oh my God. I'm gonna have an aneurysm over this. Here it is loose. $25 for a loose. Jeez. Is it my fault? Did Plastic Addict have this much of a ramification that like everyone is going off on it now? It's this is my fault that it's not game value. The Megatron, and I guess not, because the Megatron and the Soundwave still go high for some reason. $22-23 so around there for Sunstorm. It's okay. Yeah, like I said, it's not a very large toy line, so it's very hard to get a sampling of it. It's like just looking through like one page of listings here, you can kind of get a feel for like the overall price. There's a few oddities here. I have no idea why that one set sold for $150. Hang on, a little jump cut there because I didn't want to dox my address. But let's see, loose Grimlock, only $21. $35, $45 for a sealed. Grimlock. Why did that? Why? Why did you sell for $146.58? Is this like a money laundering thing? Is this just how you're like sneaking funds back and forth to each other? Like, I have to assume there's some scam involved because I refuse to believe either one of these toys is actually valuable to that extent. Oh, well, I'm gonna have a meltdown if I continue this. I'm gonna have a meltdown. I wanted to have a laugh at just like Titanium's struggle to have any kind of collector value, knowing how poor quality the toy line was, but also it's a die-cast toy line, so you never know. Well, now we know, and the answer is it's all over the freaking place. I'm more frustrated than I am amused. Like, why do people pay $50 for that sound? I don't care if you're a dedicated Soundwave collector. Why? Why? Okay, I'm going to ponder this in my own time. So, thank you everyone for watching as I descend into madness over this choice of topic. And I will see you next time. Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.